Greetings people, my name is Snaptix and today I have a very special video for you guys. It's a Firecat build with basically uncapped AOE, which means the better your tank and healer is, the more damage you'll be doing. I'm still missing a few cards for this build, so I mean the potential is huge already just with the cards that I have. I did a bunch of heroic dungeons. And I was top damage by far, and like pretty much every single one, without even it being close. So this build is definitely very strong. I'll go over how it works, and I'll tell you what abilities I started with and what things I carded and such. Okay. So the first thing is I started with Claw and Swipe, and then I took Feral Charge and Cat Form, right? Just so you have some abilities to start you off with Swipe being really good for leveling in the early levels because you can AoE a lot of things, right? Then I picked up Fel Infused Weapon, Seal of Wisdom, and Battle Shout, and I picked Mark of the Wild, but you should probably pick Charred Bite instead. I don't know why I picked Mark of the Wild instead. I just happened to roll Charred Bite, but you definitely need this. Also, the good thing about this Charred Bite is that it does fire damage, so it scales with all your talents as well, because we're gonna scale this build with fire damage, and that's of course because of Fel Infused Weapon, right? Because it does Shadow Flame damage. But yeah, so those are the abilities that I started with. I happened to roll Tiger's Fury and Fizzle as well, so those are really nice. Definitely helps, especially the Tiger's Fury, because believe it or not, I have a lot of energy reduction to Swipe, which is your main AoE thing. That's like all you want to do is just go in cat form and swipe. And it looks something like this. As you might have figured out already, this build is a proc build, which means a lot of the damage just comes from weapon procs and stuff like that. And the way we, deliver those procs is with Swipe. But as I said, the single target damage is pretty bad. Pretty horrendous, actually. It's pretty dog shit. But I will get into how we can fix that later. I basically only have half the build, but we're going to be talking that in just a second. Let's get to the talents, right? So for talents, I'm using Firepower for increased fire damage. Fel Infused Weapon does indeed do fire damage. And then I'm running Overheated Strikes, which makes my melee attacks and abilities do fire damage. Pretty good, pretty good. Vitality, because this build is very, very, very energy hungry. As in, goddamn, you need a lot of energy. You'll be spamming a lot of Swipe. Then I'm running Kindle for the fire. For the increased fire and physical damage. Then I'm running Malice for the crit. I think I just didn't have anything better to run here, but you can definitely run better stuff like Seething Flame and other things. I'll get into that. Burnout, again, doesn't actually do anything right now because technically it only affects spells, I believe. Yeah, your spell critical strikes now deal 200% damage. And if you don't know what the difference between abilities and spells and attacks are, I will probably have a video out after this one. It might be the next video, we'll see, but I will explain it eventually what the difference is, because it is very important, and I think a lot of people don't know about it, and also there's like not a whole lot of info about it anywhere basically. But yeah, for the build, other things you can run are Ignite. Ignite, obviously, critical strikes from direct fire damage spells and abilities, which means this works for us. Causes the target to burn, really good. As I mentioned before, Seething Flames. Seething Flames is also really, really good. You're damaging abilities. Again, ability. This is an ability technically. Now have a 30% chance to ignite the target. That is a different ignite. It does scale though with the explosive shot, so you can technically scale this as well individually with explosive shot talents. I'm not sure it's worth it, but we'll see. Other than that, you can go the ignite talent that what's it called? Increases ignite, this one. Simply just makes your ignite do more damage, stuff like this. There was another talent. What's it called here? Cataclysm. I will get into that again with the Scorched Earth. Or sorry, not Scorched Earth, Searing Pain. But there was a different talent here somewhere. What was it called? Yeah, Fired Up. Dealing direct fire damage now has a 12% chance to cause your next fire ability to be guaranteed critical strike. So fire ability, right? The only fire ability we have at the moment, or I have, is Charred Bite, which does fire damage. So that basically makes it so my swipe, because the proc thing does not need to be from ability. It just needs to say, it just says direct fire damage, right? So swipe should be able to proc it via Fel Infused Weapon. And then I will have a guaranteed crit on my Charred Bite, which is pretty strong. One thing is you don't get combo points with swipe, so you do kind of want to go Honor Amongst Thieves, which makes it so you can get free combo points every like 3 seconds just for doing damage. And then another thing is Harbinger of Flame. It's really strong. Extra fire damage, you know, for free. Why not? And then what else do I go? I go Ferocity. Ferocity because you want the energy decrease on swipe. Because again, this build is very, very, very energy heavy. But yeah. For Mystic Enchants, I'm running, again, Ferocity for even less energy usage. And Vitality for even more energy gain. And trust me, you really need this. I'm running Crit here. I'm running Crit here. My plan is to swap to Dagger so I can actually use this crit chance. Then my plan was to run Searing Pain, damage increases here. Maybe, what's it called? Critical Mass even. You could run 3 Critical Mass for 6% increased crit chance to fire abilities. And you can also run it here, just on normal talents. Critical Mass. Fire spells and abilities, right? So that should work with Charred Bite, and it should work with Fel Infused Weapon, because technically Fel Infused Weapon is an ability, not a spell, an ability. So that should technically work. Increased crit chance on this, which is really good. This is like 80% of your damage, at least for me right now. Very strong. Other than that, let's get into the single target. So as I said, the single target, absolutely dog water right now. I only have Swipe and Fel Infused Weapon, which is, you know, really all my damage. For single target, I was gonna run just standard Searing Pain Firecat build, right? So Devil's Claws makes it so my Claw, Shred, and Mangle now deal additional fire damage. Really good. Also makes it, you know, less energy use and restore some mana and stuff, which is whatever. We already have Seal of Wisdom. But the increased fire damage and stuff like that, really, really good. Then we're running Cataclysm, which makes it so when we re-enter into cat form after having cast Searing Pain, we're gonna do fire damage. Really good. Mark of the Beast, dealing damage with Claw, Mangle, Shred, now has a 20% chance to grant you Mark of the Beast, which increases Searing Pain damage, reduces the cast time, and awards a combo point. And this stacks up to 5 times, right? So that is really, really good. So basically what you want to do is in cat form, you want to claw, and then this is single target, by the way. Then you want to use Charred Bite, right? Charred Bite, the bonus effect down there, deals fire damage every 3 seconds and increases the damage your Incinerate and Searing Pain does, right? So even then we get a bigger Searing Pain. So the Searing Pain is going to be hitting like a truck. And then, you know, obviously if it crits as well, you're going to get a huge Ignite proc off of that. But yeah, so you basically stack that up 3 times. Then you will have Devil's Claw. Devil's Claws is for when you get back into cat form. But once you get out of cat form, your Searing Pain is going to be giving you combo points as well. So you want to bite. Then go out of cat form to cast Searing Pain. And then with the Searing Pain, you're going to get combo points. And we're going to be spending them on Mayhem. I just need to roll the skill. Reduces the cast time, the more combo points you have, increases the damage, whatever, you know? When you've cast your Mayhem, that's when you want to go back into cat form, proc your Cataclysm, and then start doing claws and bites again up to 3, and then go back out. So it's like a circle, right? You spend your combo points in cat, and then you go out, cast Searing Pain like 5 times with the 5 stacks, and then you cast Mayhem, and then you go back into cat. That's basically the playstyle for single target. I just don't have that part of the build down yet. Another cool thing about this build is that theoretically things should be able to proc each other. So this is technically an ability, and if you look at Ignite... Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to talk about this, but your spell critical strike damage does not work with your attacks here, because these are attacks and abilities, not a spell. But this should work with Searing Pain, which makes your Searing Pain just hit like, you know, absolute godlike damage. At least that's what I'm assuming. And also it has the bonus effect if you have 5 of, you know, increasing your Ignite spell damage and stuff like that. So, you know, your Searing Pain is going to be doing God's work on single target. Other than that, as I said, things should be able to proc each other. This is an ability. Ignite technically does... you know, since it's from direct fire damage, spells and abilities cause the target to burn. So, Fel-Infused Weapon should be able to proc Ignite. And even something like Seething Flames, your damaging abilities now have a 30% chance to ignite the target. This is an ability as well. So, Fel-Infused Weapon should be able to proc this. This should be able to proc Ignite, and, you know, Fel-Infused Weapon also procs Ignite, and like everything just procs each other. It's kind of insane. At least that's how it should be, theoretically, as far as I understand it. So this build is, you know, it could be absolutely nuts eventually. Yeah, I do need to swap out some other talents as well. I'm getting crit from this, but you could definitely get a lot of, you know, a lot better talents here. I have a lot of useless ones. But yeah, that is that's all I have for this build for now. I will of course keep re-rolling, see if I can get some better cards maybe. I'm not sure if I actually want to restart this or Prestige, because I did roll Tiger's Fury and a lot of other good things. But I will upgrade this build and let you know how it goes. Also, feel free to leave a comment in on the video if you do decide to try this build. I would love to hear about your experience and how it goes, and you know, just to hear, like, let's say you get Seething Flames before me. That's very likely. I'm very unlucky. You know, I would love to hear if it procs, how it works, is it good, is it bad, and also just in general, any feedback is very welcome. But yeah, that's it for me. I will see you in the next video.